Now, as we're all aware, Bajaj Auto certainly likes to cater to various riding styles and styles of motorcycles out here in India. And especially in the 125cc motorcycle space, well, we already have a couple of options in the form of the Pulsar NS 125, which is the modern sporty motorcycle from Bajaj. Then you have the regular Pulsar 125, which is a slightly more conservative approach to the sporty motorcycle aspect. And Bajaj really has to tackle this segment with its new CT 125X. Now, this motorcycle was launched just a couple of months ago, last August. And though the Discover 125cc isn't around, this is Bajaj's main competitor to the leader in this current segment, which is the Honda Shine. So, what's so good about it? What makes it so special? We are here to find out. So, let's get to it.
From afar, you'll think that the CT125X looks like a carbon copy of the smaller CT110X, and to some extent you'd be right, because they do have a lot in common, like the round headlamp with its LED unibrow, which is a nod at the older Boxer CT, and the slightly raised front mudguard that's built to take on battered rural roads. Then there's the pretty simple 11-litre tank with its tank grips, the flat-ribbed seat, those sturdy crash guards, and also the rack behind the grab rail. It's even got the same chassis suspension setup and the twin analog instrumentation as the smaller displacement model. However, there are some unique bits on this one. For instance, the metal protector plate above the front brake lever that keeps the mechanical CBS components safe from physical damage. And in case you thought about it, the CT110X doesn't get CBS. Also, the tires on the 125 are now tubeless. Now, the CT125X is built to function as a proper no-frills commuter motorcycle at its core. And in terms of features, well, let's just say that the list is far from extensive. Its headlamp, tail lamp and turn indicators are all bulb units. The twin instrumentation clocks do look a bit dated. And the switchgear, well, it feels very basic, but it also feels built to last. You do get a conveniently located USB charger socket to juice up your phone or some device as you please on the go. And the crash guards and tank grips are standard fit as well. Now, the major differentiating factor between the CT110X and the CT125X is, as the numbers in its name suggest, the engine. The 124.4cc single-cylinder air-cooled motor is a derivative of the now defunct Discover 125cc engine, and it is, as you would expect, upon power and torque over the smaller displacement bike. This one makes around 11 PS and 11 Nm of torque. So you have basically the same commuter styling and rugged design as the smaller cc bike, just with some additional power thrown in. Now, after riding the bike around the city, my only grouse with this motor is that it does lack a certain bit of refinement, which I would have liked.
Now, the CT125X is a hardcore commuter motorcycle, and it's not built for speed or anything like that. It's meant to be durable, meant to be reliable, and it's built for comfort. Now, in terms of riding position, as you can see, very straightforward commuter riding position, foot pegs, little forward set, and very relaxed handlebar riding position as well. Keeps you relaxed. The seat a little on the softer side and not too bad for riding around an hour in the saddle. It is a little soft. You will feel the brunt of it on your backside the longer you ride it, but all in all a very comfortable motorcycle. So it's not built for speed. Suspension really meant to soak up bumps and stuff on the go. Does very well at that, and it manages quite well in the handling department at the speeds it's capable of doing. So the motor, it can do around 100 kph, but it takes a lot of time to get there, a lot of effort, and a lot of gear changes involved in doing so. But yes, you ride this bike smooth, calm, and yeah, it does feel very composed, unfluttered over the rough stuff. It feels best at around 60-65 kmph. Engine just slightly on the boil. You have a little bit of gas to like really accelerate as much as you can.
This Bajaj CT 125X is currently the most affordable 125cc commuter bike that you can get your hands on in the country. This variant, with its disc brake up front, costs around 74,500, which should make it around 8 grand cheaper than the Honda Shine, which is never a bad thing.
Now, if you're looking into this particular segment of motorcycles, well, you're looking for one thing and one thing alone. That's to get from point A to point B in the most frugal way possible. And that's where the Honda Shine 125 really stood out, because although that is a very bare bones motorcycle, a basic motorcycle of sorts, it is very low on maintenance and running cost, which is a big plus point in this category. And that's somewhere where the Bajaj, it seems to match up to the Honda in certain aspects. Well, it isn't, the engine isn't as refined as the Hondas, but it does have a certain uniqueness and a feel to it that is very Bajaj.
All in all, the CT 125X, well, it's not going to win any prize at a beauty pageant, but although it's skinny and weighs just 130 kgs, it looks like a tough, durable commuter bike for sure.